Hey, everybody, VP here, and it's time for another Sleepy Sunday stream, guys. It's my usual Sunday stream. I have a special guest today. I got Failinbad with me. What's up, Failinbad?
How's it going?
Hopefully,
Up.
we're hearing everything. I'll check it in a second here. There's like a little delay. Everybody, VP here, and it's time for another Sleepy Sunday stream, guys. In the stream, so Sunday stream. I'm waiting to see. Guest today, I got Failinbad with me. What's up, Failinbad? Hopefully, we're hearing it. All right, we got you. It's a little low though. If I can.
My volume is.
Yeah. Let me change it. I got some. I think I can do that on my end. Boom, 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 boom. Live YouTube. That's what we're doing today. All right, I turned you up some. Hopefully that works. Exciting
and
stuff.
Everyone right? Will just have to bear with my nasally 12-year-old voice. It's full bloom allergy season here, so.
Dude, man, my allergies have been like going crazy too.
Horrible. Absolutely horrible.
Yeah. Insane. But yeah, guys, we are here playing Tabletop Simulator, and we are playing the collectible card game that I've been developing for a long time, actually. Just it kind of sat in the back burner for a little while, and I've just gotten back to it and have really, hit the acceleration on it, and have been trying to to get it going. So Failinbad's playing for the first time. He's never played this game. We went over a little bit of stuff on the stream, so I wanted to get that disclaimer out there. But I thought it would be cool to showcase the thing and also help me with playtesting, because that's what we are trying to do. We're trying to playtest specifically as we're playing. I guess we're just specifically. I'm just looking for is the game obviously is the game fun to play, and then kind of balance issues. Like if we find anything that's weird, and we'll kind of discuss that. I don't know if we'll discuss it on the stream or after the stream. I guess we'll have to see how it goes, but. We'll play the game for about an hour or so, probably a little less than an hour, so we can call it there. And then whoever's got the most personal health, which I will explain in a second, will be declared the winner. That sounds like good terms, right?
Yeah, works for me.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, let me kind of explain what is going on here to start with. So in the start of the game, everybody, and actually let me see if I want to see if I can actually take down my stream by trying to record this as well. Well, everything seems to be working because I want to make like a how to play video and this will give me a good idea of what to do with that. So, and if the playback from the stream is kind of weird, because I did a stream with my son, we played Minecraft, and the stream was fine. He came across okay, but the video playback after we were done, the VOD, he was totally out of sync for some reason, and I don't know what the heck happened.
Weird.
So this time, if it happens, I'll have a video backup, hopefully, if everything works properly. In fact, let me just check the stream, because I haven't never done this before. After we were done, the VOD, he was like, all right, we're still good. We're still good. Still trying to figure all this out, of course. Yeah, so what was I doing? Oh, how do we play this darn game? So yeah, the first thing you do, so the game is built with a card of 30, or a deck of 30 cards. So we each have 30 cards. 6 of those are fronts in a 2-player version, and the front cards are what we have out here. I guess I should kind of describe the premise of it. We, as players, are cosmic beings vying for control of this borough of the city. We're vying for control, one borough at a time, and there's a whole lot of backstory that goes into that, which I spare you the the pain of listening to me recite it. But just so you know, we're cosmic beings facing off against each other, using gang members in a post-apocalyptic world in the near future. Not necessarily this Earth. If we want to take the multiverse version, jump on the multiverse train, you know. But yeah, we're vying for control of the city, one borough at a time, and this is a particular borough that we are fighting over. So that's the premise. And in order to do that, we have fronts. These are businesses that we have that act as fronts for our illegal business. Oh, you know what? I'm having lag issues right now, even because I am not able to click on my cards. Okay, let's try it. There we go. Technology. Trying to figure this all out, man.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, right? Yeah, so these are all our fronts. So his side of the table, Failinbad's on that side of the table. He has these fronts at his control. I have the fronts on my side of the table under my control. I'll go over them. Every front has a powerful, unique, powerful ability that you kind of have to, that you can use during the game. So I'm going to go over those really quick. Barney's Cocktails. Let me straighten it out so you can see it there. This is my first front over here. Anything that has a pink background over the ability means you have to pay to use that. And the way we pay is by using influence. It's kind of like energy in the game. So for Barney's Cocktails, I would have to pay 1 influence in order to do what it says on the card. So in this case, target enemy goon becomes exhausted. Exhaust basically means they can't do anything. And you're like, oh, what are goons? Well, we'll get to that in a minute. But if I spend 1 energy, I can basically shut down one of your guys if they're not already exhausted. And so next on the agenda on my side is the Zibbler Casino and Resort. This is a headquarters. Basically, all my Zibbler's gang members, their gang affiliation, the Zibbler Follies, if they're that gang, then they get +1 to all stats and talent skills. And that is globally. It happens globally. So you'll see on these cards, there's a little globe symbol. That means it's going to happen globally, means anywhere on the board. And then there are local icons, which is like the little signposts that we have, which Failinbad has a lot of local stuff. If it's a local ability, that's what that little signpost is on the Pet King here that I'm looking at. That means it only affects his side of the table. So any of his goons on his side of the table, or if it affects enemy goons, it would have to be on his side of the table. Otherwise, it's globally, which is all over the place. Wow, that just sounds way more confusing than it had to be. But anyways, so that's what this front does. Zibbler Casino and Resort. You'll see the little shield icon. That means the defense. If this takes damage, it ignores that amount of defense first before it actually deals damage to my health, which is the symbol, the number in the little heart. If the health reaches 0 on a front, that means the front is destroyed. It's out of the game. One of the victory conditions is to destroy all the enemy fronts. The other victory condition is to seize 6 enemy fronts. So in a 2-player game, that means I would have to seize all of his fronts on that side. Hopefully I'm following you. Failinbad, you're still with me, right?
Still here.
Sweet. The little fist symbol means the control. That's how you seize a place. Now, when you seize it, and I don't think I told Failinbad this beforehand, if you successfully seize this thing, and when we attempt to do that, we'll try to explain it out as we play. It's like, okay, I'm going to seize, I'm going to roll this dice and try to get above this number. But if you try to seize this front and you succeed, you can either shut it down completely, which takes it out of the game altogether, or you can decide to take control of it yourself. So it's a little risky when you bring fronts into a game. They all should have pretty powerful abilities, um, but just be aware that your enemy players could take that over and use the power themselves. So, uh, does that make sense to you, Failinbad?
Yeah. Now there's no limit to how many fronts you can have, though.
Nope, no limit. You can have as many fronts as you want. The only problem is if you seize a front and you take control of it, anybody else can come in and seize it, right? So it's kind of it's still in the game. It's up for grabs to anybody. Um, so that's kind of how that works. Whereas if you seize it and you just shut it down, that's basically a victory point for you, because you're trying to shut down 6 enemy fronts. So in this, like I said, 2-player game, you would have to do you have to shut down all of my enemy fronts in this. So, yep, no limit. Still with you then? Still good?
Yep.
Sweet.
Still good.
Cool. All right, and hopefully everybody that watches this after the fact will have the same conclusions as well. Um, anyways, moving on to Arnie's Auto Garage. Now this ability is locally. If I have a goon stationed here, I can perform the drive-by ability. Now, some of your goons. See if I can find one real quick. And this is when we discovered during the stream that we didn't play the game at all. VP was just describing everything. Um, so this guy, this Taipei Jing here, um, this guy has the ability to assassin. Um, all of our talents, or what they're called, are on these little cards in front of us that we can kind of look through. All the talents are there. So if you look at your talents 1 of 5 card, Assassin says they can instantly kill a target enemy goon provided they succeed on enough dice. The number of dice they need to succeed is based on the rarity of the target card and should be listed on their card. So that's what the little chart is here next to her ability. She is a level 5 assassin, and basically that's how skilled she is. For Failinbad, explaining combat, using a talent is the same way as using combat, basically. You have to roll a number of dice based on how much chance you want to try. So Taipei Jing here has 4 chance. So I would have to roll 4d6 and try to get below a 5 to try to assassin to get a success on one of my assassin rolls. The little chart next to her card, the little box in yellow, talent successes needed. So she is a blue card. Blue card means it's an uncommon card. Red font cards are your rare cards, and then the black font is just your like common card. So that's little chart here says, in order to assassinate a goon that is a common card, I need 1 success. In order to assassinate a uncommon card, I need 1 success. But in order to assassinate a rare card, the red card, the red font, I need 2 successes in order to do that. And then if there's a legendary, which we don't have any in the game right now, then I would need 3 successes. So, but otherwise, it works the same as combat. You roll a number of dice based on your chance, and you have to pay in to use your talents. By the way, just like you do with your front abilities. Anything that has a red bar means you have to pay in 1 influence to use. Same thing with your talents. Any talent, unless it's a P for passive, which you'll see on passive talent cards, you have to pay. You have to have enough influence left over to use that ability. So, have I? Do I got you? Do I still have you? Or
Yep, still here.
okay, sweet. Wanted to make sure we didn't quite get through all the rules when we played, and that's my fault. But
Okay, I actually do have one quick question.
yeah,
So the damage is determined by the dice that you roll, right?
yes.
Okay. So it would have to be you roll 4 dice,
Mhm.
up to 4 dice, and
Yep.
then the dice have to be under 4 to land a hit, right?
For a regular attack, you would roll up to 4 dice and yeah, get below this combat
Oh, the
number.
combat. Okay, so then where does the damage number come into play? Right here.
Every time you get a success, so in this case, whenever you roll, like you roll the attack roll, the four
Yep.
chance, uh, you would have to get a 3, 2, or 1 to succeed. For every success, she'll do 4 damage.
Okay.
So she is a pretty potent card. Probably one of the higher damage cards in the game. And then for talents, instead of using this combat number for the roll, you would use the talent number. So she was trying to do this in order to get a success. I would have to, if I want to use all 4 of these chances, I would have to pay 4 influence, which for those of you who are just joining us, that's the little black box here. We have 10 to start at the beginning of a turn, and then as we play cards, we have to spend our influence. And then at the beginning of our next turn, the influence gets refreshed. So yeah, for her assassin ability, I would have to pay 4 influence if I wanted that many dice, and then I would have to try to get below. I would have to get below 5, so 4, 3, 2, or 1 in order to get any successes. And then, in order for her to succeed, we follow whatever her chart says here. And some talents have the chart, and others, are just you just roll a dice basically. So does that make sense?
Yep.
Right. All right. So that's the talents. um, any other questions right now about the talents? I know we're gonna have like tons of questions probably come up as we play.
Yeah, no, I think I'm good for the moment.
Okay, sweet. All right, so we went over that. That's Arnie's. So Arnie's garage here is my front. Uh, even if my goon doesn't have this talent, which is drive by, if he's stationed here, I can pay 1 influence to get 1 chance at driving by. Um, does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, sweet. And it works just like their talent. Even if they have a talent, like even if she was here with her assassin, uh, she could still do drive by, you know, if I wanted to use her in that way. All right, moving on to my next front here, Madame V's. It's a wax museum. I have to pay 1 influence to use this ability, and target enemy goons have a 3 in 6 chance of dying instantly. So this is one of those powerful fronts that enemy players might want to go after and shut down early to get it out of the game. Or, you could just ignore it, but it's a pretty powerful front ability. And the game is designed in such a way that the front ability should be pretty powerful, but again, we are playtesting, so as we go through, we might figure out some balance things come up as we play. But for now, yeah. So what does that 3 in 6 chance of dying mean? That means I roll 1 6-sided dice here, and if it's a 1, 2, or 3, whatever I target dies. They just go straight to the graveyard. So pretty strong card. It is a rare card. That's why it's, usually the rarity of the card makes it more powerful than the, less rare cards. So that's that ability. Still with me?
Over here.
Sweet. Tyrant's Mark, common card. This means friendly goons that are stationed here are safe from drive-by, so I don't even know if your deck here has drive-by. I think it might. Not sure. But if I had a guy here, drive-by can't affect them. Can't affect any of the guys that I have stationed here. Ba, 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 ba. And then we move on to Balto's Bears. This is a local ability. Enemy goons get -2 chance if they're stationed here, or locally, basically. So in this case, if Failinbad brings a goon over to my territory, you would have to subtract 2 from their chance when determining like attacks and stuff. And chance can't go below 1. So if you have 2 chance, you don't your goon doesn't have 0 chance, you know. Your goon would still have 1 chance. So does that one make sense?
Yep.
All right, cool. So then we'll go over to Failinbad's side real quick, and he and I went over these before the stream, but just for all of you guys out there. Chickamine Church, locally, he gets 2 health. All his friendly goons get +2 health if they are stationed on in his turf. So at all of his friendly fronts, which are all the fronts in front of him. So anytime he has a goon over there, they get 2 extra health on top of whatever the little health stat is here. Bud's Bolorama, globally, all friendly goons get +3 damage. So your goons have we'll look at my Taipei Jing here. Again, she has 4 damage. If I had this front, Failinbad had this goon, she would be at 7 damage, which is insane. So that's a pretty powerful card, and definitely one that we'll have to keep an eye on to see balance wise how that works out. And then Failinbad, feel free to interrupt me if you have any questions. Otherwise, I'll just keep powering through. Okay, Master Chin's here locally. His friendly goons get 2 defense. So normally only the fronts have the defense. That means they ignore damage from attacks. But in this case, Master Chin gives his goons, if they're stationed on at his friendly fronts, 2 defense. So they immediately ignore 2 defense or 2 damage that come in at them. Man, I'm like saying some tongue twisters here or something. Hands Holistic Healing. Locally, his friendly goons get 3 health. So that's on top of his 2 health here. So locally, if he has goons stationed on his side of the board, on his fronts, they're at 5 health. Plus whatever their health originally is on their card. Waste Treatment Plant. This is an uncommon card. That's why the font is in blue. If he pays 1 influence, anytime, doesn't even have to be on his turn. You can play anytime. Just interrupt somebody if you want. Then you pay 1 influence and 1d6 enemy goons. And what that means is you roll a d6 and 3 enemy goons get exhausted. And that would just mean take a exhaust token here and throw it on 3 of my goons that haven't been exhausted yet, and now I can't do anything with these guys until my next refresh phase at the start of my next turn. So yeah, drop these back in the bag. And then so that's Waste Treatment Plant, and then finally the Pet King. This gives locally his friendly goons get +1 damage. So he's got a lot of buffs. You got a lot of buffs on your side of the table.
Buffs are good.
And mine is just a bunch of mean cards that I have to pay for to use. All right, so let's actually get the game started. Flip these cards over. I'm going to shuffle my deck. Feel free to shuffle your deck again. And we usually roll a dice to see who goes first. Highest number on a d6 gets to go first. Or I can go first if you want me to go first.
I rolled a 5. What'd you roll?
A 3.
No, I'll go first.
All
so
right.
we start by drawing 3 cards.
Yep, you start with 3 cards.
4, right?
Yeah, you start with 3 cards in your hand, and then you draw up to 4 cards. And we're following our play phases card here for those following at home. So he is doing the draw phase right now. He drew up to 4 cards. You have 4 cards in your hand.
Okay, and then flip them.
Oh, nope, nope. Don't let me see them. So just take them right into your hand if you want to drag all 4 of them up. Yeah. Those are for your eyes only. Unless you have
Right.
questions, then I'll answer them, obviously.
Right.
All right, so that was his draw phase. He drew up to 4 cards. Now he is going to discard down to 3. So you have to get rid of one of those cards.
Okay, now to discard a card, what do I do?
To discard it, you just face down in the black rectangle that I have here on Tabletop Simulator. I can't see, I don't get to see. I don't get to see what you discard because eventually your discard pile might get reshuffled back in. We probably won't be able to get that far in the stream, but in an actual game, yeah, you would do that. All right, so that was your discard phase. The influence phase is phase 3. Reset your influence to 20. This is an old card from an old version. It's actually 10 that we're using now. We just started the game, so we are at 10 already. So that phase means nothing to us. So then we move on to number 4, the restore phase. Again, it's the first turn of the game, so there's no cards that are exhausted yet, so we don't have to worry about that. And now it's down to the action phase. You can deploy any of cards from your hand by paying influence.
Okay, I think I'm just gonna shake stuff up, and I'm gonna go with this card right here.
Ooh, an earthquake.
Yeah. So that's 5 influence, right?
Yep. So you would take 5 away from your influence. Yep, bringing you down to.
Okay. Now and then, all fronts just take 5 damage, or do I have to do a roll here?
All fronts take 5 damage, and those are your fronts too. A front's defense still applies. So, we have to take 5 damage. The little shield icon is our defense. So you would subtract that from the 5 to get however many wounds, which are here in this bag here. Which I can barely see, but this is 3, and you just put the wound tokens down on the fronts to indicate. See if I can get in closer here. That's 5. I didn't want
So
5.
just to make sure I'm doing this right,
Uh-huh.
the Pet King has a defense of 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I did 5 damage, so that's going to be 3 wound tokens?
Yep, 3 wound tokens go on it.
Okay.
So the health of the Pet King is a little heart icon. It has 8 health. So you got 3 wounds on it, so it's really at 5 health right now.
Trying to figure out a good place to put these tokens.
Yeah. These tokens are a little oversized but I figured it would be better for visuals in here. Where is the 3 token?
It's right here.
Second one, right?
My hand. Yep.
There it is. Boom, boom. All right. All right, this guy took 1. All right, this guy took 3. And I should say that is what your playtest deck is kind of about, I believe. You're all about destroying the enemy fronts. That's kind of like your win condition, I guess. Just have to make sure that you don't destroy your own in the process. And I should also say, when you play the game, you make your own deck. We're just using playtest decks, so we can playtest different mechanics at the moment.
Is this meant to be like a real like physical like Magic the Gathering kind of deck building game, or is there going to be like pre-built decks?
My plan is to have it release with the. That didn't show up. I could have put 2 of those on. To have it show up with you can buy like the starter pack, which is basically like up to 4 players, so 4 decks. that are already pre-made for you, and then you can buy like booster packs, um, you know, to add more cards to your collection. If that makes sense. Is wound tokens on? All right, and Baltos takes 3 damage. Oop, let me. All right. Wait, that was a lot of damage.
Okay, so now this card gets discarded, correct?
It goes to your graveyard, so face up somewhere. I would say on top of our cards, but this is a small table, so yeah, you can put it right there. It'll be fine.
Okay.
So, you know, that's your graveyard.
All right. So.
All right, so boom, boom. You still have 5 influence if you have any other cards in your hand that you can play that you would like to play.
I already did not think this out very well. I used up too much influence to play to my other cards, so.
Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I just realized. That was Tabletop Simulator. I was supposed to have it on your turn, but you should have the turn counter now. So since you completed your action phase for now, if you had goons out, then you would also do actions for your goons. But since this is the first round, you know, don't have any goons out yet. So that is the end of your turn then.
Okay, so then how do I end the turn?
It should be an icon like in the middle of your screen now that says your turn or end your turn or
Oh,
at
I'm
the
not seeing anything like that.
at the top of your screen.
Oh, okay. There we go.
There it is. Okay, so yeah, now it's my turn. All right, so again, I'm going to go through the phases. I accidentally drew my my 4th card when you drew your cards. So I already did the draw phase. The discard phase, I have to discard down to 3. I get rid of one of these guys. I have a really nasty card in my hand. All right, we'll get rid of this guy. Okay, there's my discard. Now I'm going to do influence my first turn, so I already have 10 influence. Restore. Nothing's exhausted yet, so I don't have anything to restore. And now it is up to my action phase. So I will play cards. Let's see. What do I want to get rid of here? Because you got a lot of nasty things. A lot of nasty booster fronts here. All right, I'm going to spend 6. Lay down Savid Villain. Oh, I need to have messed the rotation up on this. Oh, there it went. There. Yeah, I'll just play him down on there. And yeah, I think that's the end of my turn, so I will flip it back to you.
Okay. So then first thing I reset my influence back to 10, right?
First thing is the draw phase.
Oops. So draw 3. And we can only have 3 cards in our hand at any time, correct?
Yeah. You draw up to 4 cards.
Okay.
And then you discard down to 3. I think you might have drew 1 extra. That's okay.
Let's see. Oops.
Yep. So then draw 4, and now you discard to 3, and then phase 3, you reset your influence to 10, which you've done. And now you're back up to your action phase.
Okay. So now, is there any way to get your influence above 10?
Certain cards will let you do that. Certain fronts sometimes have that ability. There's a few instances, I think, that do that. I'm not sure that there's any in your particular deck, that playtest deck. Um, so for this game, I think you're pretty much stuck at 10,
Okay.
and I think I am as well. I don't think I have any cards that boost me above that.
All right. So I'm going to play this card right here.
Okay, and then what front is that card on? It's kind of in the
Well,
middle
okay.
right there.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you about.
Uh huh.
So, like, let's say that I wanted to attack one of your fronts. What
Mm-hmm.
do I do?
Good question, because we didn't go over that beforehand. On your action phase, when you have a goon out, one of the actions is to move. So you would have to move over to one of my vacant fronts, and then that goon could attack me that way.
Okay.
But
Now,
when
let's say that, okay, let's say that maybe I wanted to attack your goon. So
Mhm.
I move him over here.
uh you would, but when you first bring a goon out, they can't do anything. They're exhausted essentially.
Oh, okay. So I can
Which
just,
I should probably put an exhaust token on my guy. So
so basically I can put him on a front and then,
yeah, you put them on one of your fronts, one of your friendly fronts, or you can put them in the area directly in front of you as your personal guard. Um, but a personal guard doesn't protect your fronts; it just protects you, basically.
okay. So by putting him here, I get +3 damage or not yet?
You get +3 damage no matter where they are right now, because that ability is global. So he could be on any front and he would still get +3 damage.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have him guard that. That seems like a pretty important front to keep. So, and then we don't have a plus damage counter, do we?
No, we don't. I need to add one of those.
Okay. Alrighty. So
Yeah.
then I believe that is my turn.
All right, sweet. All right, so my turn. Back to the draw phase. So I draw up to 4 cards from my deck. I got 2 cards in my hand, so I draw 3 and 4. Okay. And now we go to our discard phase, which I discard down to 3. I'm going to get rid of this guy here. All right. That was my discard phase. Now we reset my influence to 10. Right. And restore, unexhaust all of my cards. The only card I have exhausted right now is Savid here, so we'll take that off of him so he can actually do stuff. um, and now I can, it's the action phase, which means I can play cards out of my hand. And since I have a goon down, I can then play with a goon. Since he was down last turn. Um, what do I want to do here? Let's see. I think I'm going to bring out this guy right now. So I'm going to spend 7. Get me down to 3 influence. Spending 7 because that's deploy cost. And I'm going to throw him down here. And since he just came out, he is exhausted. He can't really do anything with him. And you first bring him out. I have 3 influence left. The first thing I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use Madame V's ability here. So if I pay 1 influence, a target enemy goon has a 3 in 6 chance of dying instantly. So let me take one Going off of that, I'm going to roll my 6-sided dice. 3 and 6 means I have to get a 1, 2, or 3 in order to basically, I'm targeting this character over here. That was an awful roll. That's more like a drop. So yeah, so then he dies instantly. He would go to your graveyard, and then I would exhaust this Madam V's. So I can't use that ability anymore. I have 2 influence left. What other abilities do I have that I can use? The headquarters here lets me re-roll a dice or get a +2 to my seize attempt if I spend 1. See in the middle box there, it's kind of like the targeting the red tint, the pink tint. And then yeah, that's the only thing that I can really do. So we're going to move David Villain over here to let's see. I want your global damage. Bud's Bowling Alley. Bud's Bowlerama. So they can do 2 actions. If you look on your phases of play card, on the bottom it says each goon may do 2 of the following actions in any order, but never the same action unless a talent or card lets them. So he can deploy or move. So I moved him. So that's one of my actions. He has 1 more action left. For that action, I'm going to try to seize control of Bud's Bowlerama here. So to seize, I use the 20-sided dice. And for Bud's, I have to get above that little fist symbol. So it's 10. So in this case, I have to get above 10 on this dice here. And that is a 4. So that is a failure. So I did not seize that front, and since that was his second action of the turn, he gets exhausted. And actually, I'll use Zibbler's Casino, my headquarters, to re-roll that dice. So that cost 1 influence. So I'm going to -1 influence here, and we'll try again. Oops. Hey, it's a 9. Still failed. So I did not seize that front, and that is the end of my turn. Did that make sense? Everything cool?
Yep.
You follow? Okay.
This thing is like floating above me. Okay.
The hovering dice.
All right. So
Hovering dice of doom.
draw. And we will discard. Oops.
Oh,
thank you.
should put an exhaust token on this guy.
Huh.
So I already used it. Woot.
Okay.
So he is on draw phase. You did the discard phase. Now you reset your influence to 10.
Okay.
Then you move to restore, unexhaust all of the cards that you have. You don't have anything exhausted.
I don't have anything out. Yeah. So. All right, let's put this down and talk about it.
Sure.
Upgrade hot dog stand.
Yeah.
How exactly would that work?
So upgrade cards are cards that you play to pretty much the same area as your personal guard. It's a global effect, unless the card says otherwise. Um, you pay 3 to use it. That's what the little hexagon number is, the deploy cost. Um, and then you can play it down. And then just like with it, every card that gets played out of your hand to begin with, it gets, can't use it on the first turn you bring it out. And then you activate, if you ever want to use this ability, the activation for it costs 2 influence. If you pay 2 influence, you can restore 2 health to a target friendly player or goon. So if you had goons out here that had damage, you could heal them up basically. They eat a hot dog and and all is well.
Like real life.
Exactly, right? You get a good hot dog, and change the world. um, yeah, and they have health. So if I bring a guy over here to your turf, since it's in, that's in your area, if I have a guy over here, I can target just like a goon. I could target the hot dog stand and destroy it if I wanted. Or I could try to seize it and seize control of it, just like you seize control of a front, which is what the little number above the hand symbol is.
Gotcha.
So,
All right.
oh,
So then next turn here, I'm going to go ahead and put a goon down
okay.
on Freddy or Bud's Bolorama. Exhaust him. Okay. And then cost of 6 leaves me with 1 influence left. So I believe I can use this ability, right? Since I have 1 influence left, I can roll 1d6 enemy goons at any front of your choice become exhausted.
Right.
Correct?
So here's what I would recommend. All my goons are exhausted right now.
Okay.
So they're already exhausted. So in this case, you would use that on my refresh phase when it comes to my turn. When all my guys get unexhausted, you can say, okay, now I'm going to exhaust your guys. So kind of freezes them in place.
Gotcha. Okay. So then that is all I can do for now. So where'd my intern go?
Oh, did I forget to? I forgot to end my turn.
Oh, okay.
There, now you should have it.
Now it's your turn again.
All right, sweet. So back to the phases of play. The draw phase, draw up to 4 cards from your deck. Well, I already got 2 in my hand, so I need to draw 2 more. It's weird that Tabletop Simulator is not dealing those to me, but moving on. Okay. Discard down to 3 cards. Okay, which one of these cards do I want to discard? I will discard this guy here. All right. That brings me to my influence phase. I'm going to influence myself back up to 10.
You can go ahead and proceed along. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. And then I am going to do my restore phase, which is unexhausting all of my cards. Take these tokens off. And boom. Oops. I missed the bag completely. Way to go, VP. Way to go. And then, like so. And I'm going to wait here because I think he's going to use that one card to try to basically exhaust my guys. Oh, I forgot to take this guy's exhaust token off. Well, get in the bag. Get in the bag, you silly token. Oh, man. Yes. So I'm waiting for him because I think he's going to interrupt me with this card here as waste treatment plant. Oop. Wherever it is. There it is. So he's going to spend 1 influence to cause 1d6 enemy goons at any front of their choice to become exhausted.
Okay, I am back. Is it time for me to do that?
It's your it's your
All
time. It's time to shine. All
Hope
right.
to save a little bit here. Okay, so 1d6.
Yeah. All right. 3 goons get exhausted.
All right, so that guy and that guy.
You know what? Yeah. So I unexhausted, and then I was going to say you got 3. I haven't played any cards down. Um. So this is an interesting rule issue here. Um. So if I play a card, I can play cards down now since I have full influence. Uh, so technically, you could have you could exhaust another card, right? Because you exhausted 3 cards.
Yep.
So uh, I think
But
what
all cards are going to come out exhausted anyway, correct?
that is true. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Yep. Okay. I was just making sure I wasn't like sliding sliding you indirectly somehow. But all right, we're gonna go ahead and gonna throw Elaine out here for 7. She is a Zibbler. I have to remember. Oh, I forgot to exhaust this front or unexhaust that front. She is a Zibbler,
Yeah.
so she gets the benefits of this card here. Um, she's exhausted. They're exhausted. All right. What were you gonna say?
I actually have to exhaust my front that I use the ability on.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So as soon as I get done cleaning up this glass of water, pop! I just knocked over.
Oh no,
Yeah,
that's not good. All right, let's
I
see.
will. I will exhaust that.
All
Oh, and
right. I am going to spend 1 to use Madam V's ability again. I'm mean like that. We'll throw an exhaust token on Madam V's. Target enemy goon has a 3 in 6 chance of dying instantly. We got Freddy. Freddy is the target. A 3 on this. That worked. So playtesting wise, this card seems super powerful right now. Because I just killed that goon as well. The 1 in 3 chance. But you do have me exhausted, so I can't really do much else. I don't know. We may have to. It's an interesting thing. Something to take note of. And then yeah, that's the end of my turn. All my guys are exhausted. I don't have enough influence to really play anything, and it's back to you.
all right.
Mm. And then since I've every time you lose a goon,
Oh yeah,
yeah, you lose
subtract
2 health. Yeah, I always forget that too.
2 health per goon.
2 health per goon. Yep. Yep. So
Yeah.
26. And this was the last time Failinbad ever played. Goods. This game is awful. We're playtesting, man. We're playtesting.
All right. Oops, and I did forget to. Oh. reset the influence phase.
Yep.
So then let's go. There. Yeah, that's right. And then
Sequefens has joined the fray. Oh,
okay, and then actually that can go. No longer exhausted. All right.
Wait. All right. Back to me. I draw up to 4 cards. I have 2 cards in my hand, so that just means I get a 3, a 4. I wonder why the cards are coming to me. Because I'm not dealing them in Tabletop Simulator. They're coming to me face down. I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh, mine are doing that too.
Yeah. That's, I don't know. That's interesting.
I thought that's how it was supposed to be.
Maybe it is. I can't remember. That's how it does. How Tabletop Simulator does that. But anyways, where are we? Okay. So did that. I got to discard down to 3. Who do I get rid of here? Let's see. Get rid of this guy. Boop. Okay. There we are. Draw phase, discard phase, influence phase. We're going back up to 10. 10. Okay. And now we're sitting at the restore phase, so I will unexhaust everything. Before I do that, I will offer you the courtesy of using your bit. Oh wait, did you exhaust it already?
Well, I exhausted it when I used it last turn, but see that's kind of weird because I used it technically during your turn.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
So
would just imagine it would still be exhausted into my turn, but I don't know exactly.
you would have unexhausted it during your restore phase. So on
Okay,
your
so
play phases.
that's technically not exhausted then, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So you could technically use that if you like, because you still got 1 influence.
Yeah, so technically all your units are still exhausted. So
Yep. And then I'll unexhaust them on my store phase.
And then I will
Exhaust.
use that up and then roll. Come on, 3, 4. All right,
Nice.
that'll work.
All right, so they are 1, 2, and you would get to pick, but it's pretty much all my goons. So,
yeah.
All right, so I have been locked down again here for my store phase, action phase. I got no guys. Sitting on 10 influence, and back to you. So that kind of is working out because I've been able to instantly kill a couple of your guys. But you've been able to lock down my guys.
Oh, wait, no.
Yeah, just up to 4.
Almost cheated again. All right. All right, and then reset my influence, correct?
Yep. Discard phase, influence phase, restore phase, unexhaust all your cards. Dude, you're better at dropping those suckers in the bag than I am.
This high precision mouse I got. It's finally paying off. It didn't work out in PUBG for me, but I can drop the
You can drop some tokens in a bag, some tiles in a bag.
Okay, so
hey,
I think
Draglets.
I'm going to go ahead and try this because this seems pretty snazzy.
Right.
Seize 1 active enemy front without making a seize attempt. You may choose to control it or close it down. all enemy goons stationed there become their owner's personal guard.
Ooh.
So I think I'm going to use that on your ultra powerful
Man of
Zippler's
these?
Casino and Resort.
You want that, or you want the Man of V's, which is the 3 and 6 chance of killing?
Yeah, actually. Well, God, you got two goons in front of that though, and then they become my
Yeah.
goon, or like, oh, jeez, decisions.
Oh. Or close it down. All enemy goons stationed there become their owner's personal guard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then, yeah, let's go ahead and I'll take control of Madame V's.
All right. That sounds good. All right. So what it will do is I need to unlock this.
That was 8.
Now are you taking control of it or seizing it to get it out of the game completely?
I'm going to take control of it.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to turn it towards you, and then take one of your seized cards, and you can put it underneath so that one half is
Gotcha.
like that. So we know that you have seized that front, and yeah, you now have
Hey.
control of that, which is scary.
Now, for the action phase, I can move one goon to guard that, correct?
Yep, you got a goon out there. You can move.
Okay, and exhaust him.
Well, that's one action. You want to take another action with him before you move on to another goon? So you get 2 actions per turn.
Oh, so I could actually try to destroy this then, right? Well, no, I don't want to do that because it's guarding it.
Right. And it's under
Oh,
your control
yeah,
right now.
yeah.
So
It's my building now. I'm still afraid of it, deathly. But since it's on the front, I can't like use it to attack you or any enemies or anything like that. Correct?
uh yeah, because now this is your property basically.
Okay.
So
So
it's
I
no
guess
longer
really,
has a
what
line to me.
is there anything else really realistically I could do with him?
With him,
Yeah.
um you can move him to another one of the fronts, try to seize it. I would stay away from uh this front here because of Vindictus has the ambush ability, which means anytime a goon moves into his place, he gets to do 10 damage to something. And anytime he moves to something, he gets to do 10 damage to, he has 10 damage basically to dole out. But you could take you can move into any one of these other places, attack me through it, try to seize one of my places if you want to get, one of the victory conditions again is to seize 6 of your enemies, 6 enemy fronts.
Okay. But I can attack you with this guy.
You can, but since this is your property now, this is like your turf. He would have to be on one of my empty places,
Okay.
if that
I
makes
think
sense.
we're good there. I think we're just gonna leave him there.
Yeah, in this case, he's just kind of he's guarding it, so that's
Okay.
kind of a good thing for him.
So look at something here. I'm gonna see what the engineer talent does.
How are you doing, Draglets?
1 health. All right, so not much.
Yeah, engineer.
Well, I guess let's just boy, no, because even best case scenario. Well, let's look at my passives though. So locally, 2 defense,
Luckily, you have 2
3 health,
defense.
1 damage. 3 damage. Okay. So I'm going to get, correct me if I'm wrong,
Mhm.
2 defense, 3 health, plus 1 damage, and plus 3 damage. So 2 defense, 3 health, and 4 damage, correct?
Yeah, let me see. 2 health, 3 damage, 2 defense, 5 health. Yeah, you had it. And yeah, 1 more damage.
Okay.
Anytime you're local. So like this Segway has all that stuff right now.
But
Lance,
5
Lance,
health.
Lance has all that stuff right now too, because he's this is now part of your territory, this front.
Then we don't have a damage counter. So defense.
I need to get some damage counters in here. I think this might have been the first time we played with this particular front that increases damage in Tabletop Simulator, so I don't think I had those tokens made yet.
We'll grab all of these. Oh, there it goes. Okay, I had to hold click. Gotcha. All right. So then we have plus 4 damage. All right, so my intent here is I'm going to try to take out Savage Villain.
Okay.
So,
With Segway.
yep. I roll 3 dice, correct?
Yep, you're attacking him, so you would get 3 dice, because that's the chance score.
And then basically, I have to roll under a 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything rolled under 3 does 1 damage, but plus the 1 damage and then 4. So technically it would be 5 damage, correct?
Yeah, you add that damage. The damage you get from your fronts actually becomes Segway's damage, basically.
Okay.
So he can do a lot of damage if you succeed right now.
Okay, so I have 2 hits, correct? Which would be 10 damage.
Yep, 10 damage. Let me double check that, because you get the 3 damage there from the global, and
there's
the
another
4 damage there. Yeah, 3 plus 1 is 4. Math. Yeah, 5 damage. He does 5 damage right now per success.
Okay.
So you've done 10 damage. Since you rolled ones, that's considered an ace. So you can re-roll. You get to re-roll those dice and do more damage if you need to. Although I think
I think he's dead.
I think you pretty much obliterated him.
Okay.
He's only got 4 health, and you've done 10 damage already. So.
I will steal your exhausted though.
Okay, that works. So this
Save me
guy,
a trip over to the other side of that table.
right? All right. So I dropped this guy in my graveyard. Table is so small. Works.
Okay, and then actually
Use the bigger table. There we go. That works. All right, and then I take 2 damage because one of my goons died. Every time one of my goons die, you take 2 damage. I should say every time you take goons die, you take. Woot.
okay. So I think I'm done. The only thing I'm having a hard time with still are these exhausted because
Mm-hmm.
like the waste treatment plant, again, I exhausted it during your turn. So then during my action phase, it becomes unexhausted.
Yep, during the play phases, when your play phases card, the fourth phase is the restore all your cards. So on your turn, all your cards remove their exhaust tokens.
So then even Madam V, which you exhausted,
Mm-hmm.
that becomes unexhausted.
Yes. Yep. Good. Yeah. Good catch on that. you can use that ability.
So I could spend 1 influence.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead. Spend 1 influence. Exhaust that again. And then
3 and 6. 1, 2, or 3. A 6-sided dice.
uh
What you get?
4.
Oh, okay.
So that would be a no-go.
That would be a no-go, yeah.
Alright, so that's the end of my turn, I believe.
All right, sweet. All right. All right, back to my play phases card here, just for demonstration. The draw phase, I draw up to 4 cards from my deck. I have 3 in my hand, so that means I draw 1 more card. Flip it here. All right. That's phase 1. Phase 2 is the discard phase. I have to discard down to 3 cards. Who do I get rid of? Who do I get rid of here? I'll get rid of him, I think. Put him in my discard pile. All right, that was my discard phase. The influence phase. Reset my influence to 10. Well, it's already 10. Restore phase. Restore all of my cards. Boom. Oh, that's your card. Hey, there we go. That's what I'm trying to do. All right. Do you want to attempt to
Yeah, I think
freeze
we'll
me
do
out? Yeah. Yep,
So-
cost 1. Oh, the waste treatment plant is firing up again.
1d6.
6 enemy goons at any front.
2.
All right, I got 2 out. Got to get rid of that waste treatment plant. That's the plan. All right, so restore phase. Unexhaust all your cards. And action phase. Well, I have 10 influence, so let's throw some guys out here. Yeah, let's go ahead and all right. Thing duo. 5. 5. Yep. Okay. And still have 5 left, so go ahead and bring Gunther out. Boom. Same place. We're getting that MVs back, by golly. That's the plan, anyways. But they are exhausted since I just brought them out. All right, I have 1 influence. Don't really have anything I can use influence on. Although, yeah, I will probably use Barney's cocktail on your turn. Okay, so back to you. Barney's is like a smaller version of of uh of your waste treatment plant. Oops, he's drawing up to 4. He will be discarding down to 3. Yeah, resetting influence. Yep, unexhausting everything for the restore phase. Bringing him up to your action phase. Action. Oh, but I am going to use Barney's to target enemy goon becomes exhausted. So we're gonna exhaust Sekwe for 1 influence. And then I have to exhaust Barney's since I used that ability. Oh. Now, I should say, if you... Oh, wait, no, you don't have a... There's a talent called Mystic that lets you... you can kind of try to stop a front's ability from doing anything. Well, I don't think... You might have some Mystics in... I think you do have a Mystic or 2 in your deck. But you don't have one right now, so... My point is mute! But it is your action phase, so... What is that? Oh, the mounted machine gun. This upgrade costs 3 to deploy and has 10 health. It has 16 control. If you spend 2 influence, you can do 1d6 damage to any non-player target. Not too shabby. Out comes Seraphina Tyler. And she has stealth. So if you wanted to, you could play her since she has stealth. Stealth lets you play into the enemy's fronts, basically. You look at our, where's it? Talent card, 4 of 5. Oh no, it's 5 of 5, which is on the back of the play phases card. So stealth you may deploy an enemy front. You may deploy to an enemy front and do 1 action the same round that they are deployed. You could technically, if you want to do, you could play her on one of my fronts, attack a goon, attack me, try to seize another front. If there's none of my guys are there, you could try to seize it. Stealth ignores the usual rules that goons have to go by. Attempting to seize it. I think I've lost you in chat.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, there you are.
Okay. All right, so yeah, that was a negative on the seizing it.
All right.
She's exhausted. One other thing I might try to do though is Madame V's again.
Okay.
So
Pick your target.
we will attempt to assassinate Ling Du.
All right. 2 or 3 will do it.
And it's a 4. I'm not getting as lucky with the assassinations as
I
you
know. I was rolling them low die. I was rolling the low die.
I was like,
there.
whoa, this card's way too powerful. And now I'm like, whoa, this card's not powerful enough. All right. And then that would be the end of my turn.
All right. Back to me. All right, where are we at? We have... Let me go back to my Play Faces card for the studio audience. Oh, wait, live audience. I guess it's not a studio audience. So my draw phase, I'm going to draw up to 4 cards. I only have 1 card in my hand, so that means I draw 3 cards from my deck. That is 2, that is 3, that is 4. All right. How many cards you have in your hand? One? Out of curiosity. Not that I would have something that would affect that at all. But now I have to discard. Getting ahead of myself here. Interesting. We got. All right, let's see. I gotta discard something. I'm getting ahead of myself. All right. That was my discard phase. Moving on to my influence phase. So reset back to 10. All right. Now we move on to our restore phase. Unexhaust all of my cards. 1, 2, 3, and a 4. How many exhaust does it take to get to the center of? Oh, that's your card. Let's see, roll pop. All right. You gonna use your waste treatment plant again? Got one influence there if you want. Okay. One goon gets exhausted. Yeah, take out the assassin. The assassin, yeah, good, always a good choice, I believe.
All right,
Okay.
that's that.
All right, so that was that. Now it's my action phase. Oh, I got 10 influence. How do I want to spend that? How many damage we got on here? 3, 4, and it has 5 health. All right. All I needed to know. I'm gonna spend 3 influence to play Collapse on Bud's Bolorama. Deal 6 damage to any target front and 3 damage to all fronts stationed, or all goons stationed at that front. All right. Defense still applies. Oh, that wasn't a misplay. No, okay. So I did 3 damage from collapse, but you have 1 defense there, so it only takes 2 damage. But that brings it to how much damage on it? 5 exactly, right?
Yep.
All right, so it is destroyed. And Sekwe, and 3 damage to all goons stationed at that front. Which I don't know. He probably can. He's got all that defense on him, right?
Yeah, so he's gonna lose 2 defense.
All right, the defense you keep on there.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, it's just like a shield. So he's
Oh,
only
okay.
taking 1 damage. So he would lose 1 health. Yeah, you always take the health tokens first. Oh, he had 5 health tokens. I did 1 damage, so he should still have 4 health tokens on him. Each.
Okay.
A 1 and a 3, yeah. 4 health, and he's still. Yeah, and he has 6 health, so he's really had 10 health sitting there right now. All right, sweet. I will. Let's see. I started, or no, you started, right? So the stream has ran over. So I'm gonna wrap up the stream here. But if you wanted to finish out the game, if you have time, we can do that
I
off
actually
stream.
don't. It's brunch time.
Gotcha.
Being hassled to go
Oh,
eat brunch.
oh yeah. All right, no problem. So in this case, you have 26 personal health. I had 28, so that would mean that I would have won this game. But that's it. That's Goons, a little taste of it. Hopefully you enjoy playing.
Yeah, fun.
And feel free to like email me and stuff and let me know feedback, like what you liked, what you disliked, what was kind of weird, what you didn't quite understand, uh, stuff like that. But you can do that whenever you have time. But right now, I am signing off. Thanks for hanging out with me.
Yep, thank you. It was fun.
And thanks everybody for stopping by. This is VP. I am signing off. We'll see you later. And hey, keep on gaming.